For anyone questioning the Caitlin Clark effect, we now have people wanting to watch golf because of her. We saw the kind of offer that Ice Cube made to Caitlin to play in the Big Three. That is $5 million to play 3.
Caitlin Clark's emergence as one of the most influential players in women's basketball has not only captivated fans, but has also changed the game itself. Her journey has taken her from a college sensation to a global icon, redefining the very standards of what it means to be an elite athlete. Her recent contract with the Indiana Fever has cemented her position not only as a basketball star, but as a groundbreaking force in the world of professional sports. At the heart of this transformation lies Caitlin Clark's undeniable talent and her ability to transcend the traditional expectations of a female athlete. She is often described as a phenomenon, a player capable of pulling off feats that seem almost impossible. Her deep three-pointers, flashy passes, and unmatched court vision have made her a household name.
She'll be the biggest female star ever because she can pull up from the parking lot.
She is a killer. She is stone cold.
Caitlin, man, she's a phenomenon.
She's the best female collegiate player ever.
But it's not just her skills on the court that have turned heads. Caitlin's approach to the business of basketball and the way she's revolutionizing the industry's relationship with female athletes is equally remarkable. From the very beginning, Caitlin has demonstrated that she is far more than a basketball player. She is a visionary. At just 22 years old, she has already become a symbol of what's possible for women in sports, breaking down barriers that have long existed.
Knowing that before Caitlin was Rihanna and Diana and Sue and Rebecca and all of those, Dawn Staley
And with the latest revelation regarding her contract with the Indiana Fever, she's done it again. This isn't just another athlete getting a big paycheck. This is Caitlin Clark, pushing the limits and reshaping the future of women's basketball. The newly revealed details about Caitlin Clark's contract are nothing short of groundbreaking. In a move that has shaken the sports world, Caitlin's contract includes provisions that go well beyond the typical terms seen in professional sports deals. The Fever, recognizing Caitlin's immense talent and leadership both on and off the court, have gone above and beyond to ensure that she has everything she needs to thrive. This contract, which has included perks such as personalized travel arrangements, a dedicated support team, including nutritionists, trainers, and mental performance coaches, is not about luxury. It's about creating a sustainable foundation for Caitlin's long-term success as an athlete.
player, where does it go? Can it continue to climb, and will it climb on the back of now Paige Beckers?
This contract is one that acknowledges Caitlin's influence not just as a player, but as a pioneer for future generations of athletes. By prioritizing her holistic development, the Fever are investing in more than just Caitlin Clark.
Caitlin Clark snags another honor. She's made the Forbes 30 under 30 list. Clark, who is just 22 years old, is the only professional women basketball player on this list.
They are investing in the future of women's basketball. The significance of this decision goes far beyond the terms of the deal itself. It's a statement to the entire sports world. Women athletes deserve the same level of investment and support as their male counterparts, and it's time for that to change. And Caitlin's contract with the Fever is just the beginning. As we dive deeper into her career, it's clear that her influence extends far beyond basketball. She is a brand unto herself, a force that is reshaping not only women's basketball, but also the broader landscape of women's sports. Her rise to fame has captured the attention of fans from all walks of life.
Higher than the NBA. So I was like, oh, what's she going to get paid? Because finally, you can get a real paycheck.
And her growing influence has the potential to alter the way future generations view female athletes. Caitlin's contract, which includes provisions for better travel accommodations and access to a team of support staff, represents a shift in how athletes, particularly women, are valued. The reaction to Caitlin Clark's contract has been nothing short of exhilarating. Fans, teammates, and even her competitors have applauded the Fever for their bold decision to offer such an innovative contract. The comments from her teammates have been overwhelmingly supportive, with many noting that Caitlin's presence on the team is already elevating the entire franchise. One teammate even joked that if Caitlin's getting all these perks, they'd better start winning more games to keep up. It's clear that Caitlin's impact is far-reaching, and her influence is already starting to make waves in the WNBA and beyond. From the management perspective, the Fever's decision to invest in Caitlin Clark was a no-brainer. The team's general manager has called the contract a bold step in redefining what excellence in women's basketball looks like.
And then I saw it, and I was like, this can't be right, because this is what it is. In the first year, Caitlin Clark will earn $76,535.
Caitlin is more than just a player, she's a cornerstone of the franchise, a player who represents the future of the league and the sport. By investing in Caitlin's development, the Fever are making a statement that they believe in the future of women's basketball, and that Caitlin Clark is at the center of that future. As social media exploded with reactions to the news, it became clear that Caitlin Clark is not just a basketball player, she's a symbol of change. One viral tweet read, "Caitlin Clark just secured a first-class seat to the future of women's basketball. She's living the dream, and honestly, she deserves every bit of it."
You're a college player, and you're a great college player, like Caitlin was. The delusional fan base that follows her disrespected the WNBA players.
Caitlin's journey to becoming a household name began on the college basketball courts, where her meteoric rise seemed inevitable. She didn't just play basketball, she revolutionized it. Her game-winning shots, deep three-pointers, and fierce competitiveness set her apart from her peers. As a freshman at Iowa, she immediately made an impact, showcasing an incredible work ethic and basketball IQ that put her on the map as a future WNBA star. But what truly set Caitlin apart was her confidence and unshakable belief in her ability to perform at the highest level, no matter the stakes. As Caitlin's college career progressed, she continued to break records.
By saying she's going to go in that league and tear it apart. There were actually odds on she's third or fourth in betting odds on being MVP at a WNBA.
Garnering accolades and winning numerous Player of the Year awards. The basketball community quickly recognized her as one of the most gifted players in the game. Her ability to control the tempo of a game, make high-pressure shots, and lead her team with grace and poise created a blueprint for success that others in the sport would follow.
Angel Reese spoke to the media. She didn't speak to the media after the game against Caitlin Clark. But
Caitlin's impact on basketball was never confined to the hardwood alone. She knew early on that her platform as an athlete could transcend the game. With every highlight reel she created, she was also creating a brand. Her ability to market herself and build a personal connection with fans, especially through social media, has been key to her success. As a result, Caitlin's influence expanded well beyond the basketball world, positioning her as a cultural icon for a new generation of athletes and fans alike. Caitlin Clark's contract with the Indiana Fever represents more than just a paycheck. It's a paradigm shift in how professional women's sports are viewed and valued. In an era where female athletes are still fighting for parity with their male counterparts, Caitlin's deal stands as a bold statement.
It is a little that Bird Magic moment, if you recall, from 1979 when those two rookies came in from a big college rivalry, one white, one black. And so we have that moment.
By securing provisions such as enhanced travel accommodations, personalized support staff, and access to top-tier resources for mental and physical well-being, the Fever have demonstrated their commitment to not just Caitlin as a player, but to the long-term sustainability of the sport itself. What makes this contract truly groundbreaking is the understanding that Caitlin Clark is not just any athleton, she's a catalyst for change. The Fever have recognized her potential not only on the court, but as a global ambassador for women's basketball. The support they have provided her with is meant to ensure that she can continue to play at the highest level without being burdened by the logistical and physical challenges that often come with professional sports. Whether it's allowing her to optimize her travel schedule for maximum recovery or providing her with a team of mental performance coaches, the Fever have taken a proactive approach to ensuring Caitlin's success.
That moment with these two, but the one thing I know about sports, you need rivalry. That's what makes people watch. They want to watch games of consequence between rivals. They don't want everybody being nice to one another.
By offering Caitlin the resources and support she needs to excel both on and off the court, the Fever are effectively setting a new standard for the entire WNBA and beyond. This is a message to every franchise, every agent, and every athlete. Women's sports are worthy of investment, and those who play them deserve the same level of respect and support.
Caitlin Clark finished up one of the most remarkable years of basketball playing in quite some time.
The ripple effect of Caitlin Clark's groundbreaking contract extends far beyond the WNBA and women's basketball. Young athletes around the world are watching her journey unfold, and they are learning that they can demand more from their careers. Caitlin is not just a player who excels in her sport. She is a visionary who understands that her platform can be used to break barriers for future generations of athletes. Her contract is a direct challenge to the outdated thinking that has long plagued women's sports. Historically, female athletes have been expected to perform at a high level despite limited resources, media attention, and sponsorship opportunities. Caitlin's deal is a symbol of the changing tides in sports.
Like, whatever really happens with Caitlin Clark, I would say her big thing is to be ready for the WNBA season. And people are like, why? She's only making $70,000 in the WNBA.
Where women are no longer expected to simply accept what is given to them. They are demanding and receiving the resources they need to succeed. The reaction from the sports world has been overwhelmingly positive, with Caitlin receiving support from both fans and fellow athletes. Many of her teammates have expressed their admiration for the contract, noting that Caitlin's success is a win for everyone. In fact, one of her teammates jokingly remarked that if Caitlin was getting all these perks, they better start winning more games to keep up. This comment highlights the collective mentality of the Fever team, where Caitlin's success is seen as a shared victory that will ultimately elevate the franchise. From a management perspective, the Fever's decision to invest in Caitlin Clark was a strategic move that will pay dividends not only for the team, but for the entire league. By offering Caitlin a contract that goes above and beyond the typical athlete deal, the Fever are sending a clear message to the rest of the league that they are committed to building a team that values innovation, empowerment, and long-term success.
What is the point of her worrying about that league rather than trying to push for other leagues and other ways of making more money?
As Caitlin Clark continues to break records and defy expectations, her impact on the sport is undeniable. But what makes her so special isn't just her ability to play the game at an elite level. It's her understanding that her position as an athlete allows her to shape the future of the sport in ways that were previously unimaginable. Caitlin has always been a forward thinker, and her contract with the Fever is yet another example of her commitment to reshaping the way athletes are treated in professional sports. Caitlin's success has brought with it a wave of attention to women's basketball. Her games are drawing sellout crowds, and her highlight reels are being shared millions of times on social media. She has become a household name, and her influence is being felt beyond basketball courts across the world. As a result, her contract with the Fever is a reflection of this broader cultural shift, where women's sports are finally starting to receive the recognition and support they deserve. For Caitlin, the success of her contract is about more than just financial gain or personal accolades. It's about laying the groundwork for the future of women's basketball and showing the world that female athletes can and should be treated with the same level of respect and investment as male athletes. This shift is not just about Caitlin Clark, it's about a new generation of women athletes who will benefit from the trail she is blazing. One of the most impressive aspects of Caitlin Clark's journey is her ability to inspire others. She is not just focused on her own success. She is dedicated to lifting others up and paving the way for the next generation of female athletes. She has used her platform to speak out on issues that matter to her, from equal pay for women athletes to the importance of mental health in sports. Caitlin understands the importance of being a role model, and she is using her influence to empower others to chase their dreams. In interviews, Caitlin has emphasized that her contract with the Fever is not just about her personal success, it's about creating a pathway for future generations to succeed. She recognizes that she is a part of something much larger than herself, and she is committed to using her success to help other athletes achieve their goals. Whether it's through mentorship programs, youth basketball camps, or community outreach, Caitlin is determined to make a difference in the lives of young athletes everywhere. Her message is clear. Success is not just about individual achievement, but about working together to create a better future for everyone. By using her resources to improve her own game and support her teammates, Caitlin is showing the world that true leadership is about collaboration, empowerment, and community. As Caitlin Clark's career continues to unfold, there is no doubt that she will continue to make history. Her contract with the Fever is just one chapter in what will undoubtedly be a long and illustrious career. But even more important than her individual achievements is the lasting impact she will have on the future of women's sports. Caitlin's contract, her influence, and her dedication to empowering others will be felt for generations to come. The future of women's basketball has never looked brighter, and Caitlin Clark is leading the charge. By pushing boundaries, demanding more, and leading by example, she is setting the stage for a new era of women's sports, none that is bold, exciting, and full of limitless potential. Caitlin Clark is more than a basketball player. She is a pioneer, a leader, and a symbol of what is possible when talent, determination, and vision come together. Her groundbreaking contract with the Fever is just one piece of the larger puzzle that is reshaping the future of women's sports. As Caitlin continues to break records, shatter expectations, and inspire others, the legacy she is building will resonate for years to come.